Hi guys, I'm at this side and today's video is on geo-blocking on the NetScaler. I'm going to discuss in this video about what is the purpose of enabling the geo-blocking, what are the scenarios to be used in order to configure it, how to configure it on the NetScaler. So let's start it. So first come first, what is the purpose to enable the geo-blocking? So as we know, NetScaler is being used to host the websites as well as the VPN services, and those services can be accessed from the different location in the world. So that's geo-blocking come into the picture. If we would like to host the website and make it enable on a specific region or a specific country or a specific city of the country, so we can use the geo-blocking. For example, there is a website hosted on the NetScaler and I want that website to be available for only a specific country itself, or I would like to block the website for a specific country, so I can use the geo blocking. Second thing, we can consider this geo blocking to be used if we want to enhance the security. For example, if the website is hosted for all the country in the world, there are the chances for the malicious activities to be performed on that website in order to attack, in order to make that service affected or steal the information. So we can enable that service for a specific country. So geo-blocking configuration can be done on a specific website or service, or that can be done on global level. For example, you have hundreds of websites hosted on NetScaler and you would like to enable it on one website, you can do that, or you can enable it on global level. How the NetScaler will understand the request is coming from which country? NetScaler having a inbuilt database which contains the information about each and every country IP addresses and location. And based on that, the NetScaler will understand and make the actions whether that has to be blocked or that has to be enabled. The NetScaler database can be tested easily by running this command. Let me show you by running the command. I have opened the PuTTY, and if I run that command and click on that, it would give me the information about this IP is belongs to EU as well as from UK. If you have a website IP address or a specific user IP address, you can run this command and check this is comes from which location. Responder policy is used to enable the geolocation configuration. In responder policies expression, we defined 6 qualifiers, and based on the qualifiers, you either allow or block the request of the users. For example, if you would like to enable or disable a specific continent itself, let's say EU or Asia, you can define in the first option here. The second is for country. For example, if you would like to enable your service for India itself, you just define the India code. And if you want to enable a service only for a specific state of the country, you can define the name of your state here. For example, here. This is basically for enabling the city. So in Asia, India, Karnataka, and Bangalore. So if you define this expression in the responder policy, so that website or that service itself would only be available for Bangalore users, or could be blocked for Bangalore users only. And so on, you can define the expression based on your requirement. Then action means no, drop or reset, or you can also redirect. So let's move to the NetScaler in order to configure the configuration. I have a NetScaler where I am having one gateway service enabled, which is hosted globally. Let's move to configure the responder policy. I am already having one responder policy created. Let's remove this log action none, and I'm going to configure the action drop, and the expression is if the client IP source matches location GB, because currently I'm using IP address which belongs to UK. So I want if the request comes from UK, drop it. Click OK, and action is dropped. So let me filter it with Geo. I am having 21 hits now. Let's move it to the gateway and bind this responder policy to gateway. Yeah, I already having policy bound. Let me unbound it and bind it again. Action responder policy request, choose type request, and bind this policy which having the configuration if the request comes from UK, drop it. So my IP is from the UK right now. Let me this is my website and it has been blocked. So let's go to the responder policy now. And check the hits. Now it is 24. It was 21 before. Now it is 24. Okay, let me do one thing. Now it is blocked. I want to define a expression if the IP or if the request coming from non UK IP. So I'm going to change the expression and define the none. Means if the client source match location not UK, then drop it. But my IP is from UK, so the website should be accessible for me right now. Let's try accessing it again. And it's being accessed. Same thing, if you would like to make this configuration changed based on reason, so make it like this, change it to EU. Means if the request comes from EU, if the request is not from EU, block it. Else, allowed it. Let me try it now. It is allowed because I'm in EU right now. So let's change this configuration and mention it. If the request comes from EU, block it. I have changed the expression. It is already bounded to the my gateway. And try accessing it now. That's gonna be blocked. And you could see the hits is increased. Likewise, you can make this configuration based on your requirement. If you would like to have a logs of the users which are being hitting to your service and being blocked, you can do that. By default, there is no log configured, but you can do that. How? Just make the expression first. Go to the system and go to audit, message action, and you can define the expression here. Let's say I want the information about what is the IP address of the source which is being blocked. Let's say if I'll take this one, so I am using this name itself, and I would like to have the IP addresses which are being blocked. So I'm going to use this expression itself. You can create a new one if you would like to do that. Just click on add, action, information, alert, whatever log level you would like to configure it, you can do that. Whether you can configure as a critical or informational or alerts based on your requirement, and define the expression itself. I already have the expression created that's gonna be bound to the responder policy. Go to the policy and go to expression, and this is the log I would like to log action I would like to define it. So my responder policy having the expression, if the request comes from EU, that's gonna be blocked. That's gonna be blocked. No, that's gonna be redirected to the one website which I have defined, and another log action I have defined it, which gonna be capture the IP address of the users. So let's try that now. So this is the website. I'm getting this error, and in order to see the log itself, just log into the NetScaler by putty 247.6. Tail -f slash var log log, and I would like to grab the information for the specific request which is having drop. Yeah, I am having this expression. Let me change it to etc, and okay, and this etc having a custom log. And let me try now the website. You would see the request is being logged. Let me try it again now. So this is the IP from where the request is being hitting to my service. Likewise, the same policy is being applied on the global level. So let me unbind this policy now. And go to app exports, policy manager, and bind the policy on global level. It means this policy is gonna be applied for all the services which are configured on this NetScaler. So we make sure before applying these policies on the global level. Thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day.